Hello, y'all. I am coming to you with another video because this is the video that is post this Sunday in Albuquerque, in which we had a protest that almost led to an armed altercation between peoples of the local BLM or Antifa. We're not really sure. We can't really speculate. We just know it is BLM. Well, is it Antifa? We don't know. And with the New Mexico Silver Guard, who were not even actually functioning as the New Mexico Silver Guard. We were just kind of visiting an ally to the cause. Interesting enough, let's go ahead and just put it right out there. Okay, the night progressed, things got a little tense, whatever. But I want to say this because I think what's going on is that people are miscommunicating, misfiring their thoughts with each other, and usually when you have a miscommunication, it leads to a confrontation. And so I like to see myself as a conflict resolutionist more than a authoritarian. Conflict resolutionist, constitutionalist. That's who I am. And so I say this to the local BLM chapters in Albuquerque and in this state. I can only speak for this state, but please, any other, feel free to co-opt this idea. I think we need some clarity, okay? Because when we hear BLM, we hear George Soros, okay? When we hear BLM, we hear socialism. And it's not, maybe that's not what you all represent, maybe 100%, maybe you do. We've looked on the website, and then the website says what it says, and then if you're a local chapter of it, have you read the website of what it's saying, so that way you can understand why we have differences, or where maybe we have some similarities in our in our ethos, man, things we say, things we believe. The local chapters, if they are affiliated or if not, me personally as a sheriff's candidate, I tell you what, I like to sit down with all of any leader of BLM and have an discussion. You can film it, you could not, but I'd like to have an absolute discussion with any of you who are leaders of any local BLM, local Antifa, whatever, and we can maybe work something out, okay? Because I think maybe we don't want the same thing, but I think in the same spectrum, we do want something that will feed us, okay? Because the things before have not been feeding us. And so, again, it turned into a situation where people were pointing guns and pointing stuff at people inside the building. We were ducking down. I was like, what the heck? And, we just dug down. We didn't know what was going on. We heard loud bangs and stuff like that. We don't know what, And so, yeah, we're Second Amenders, and we like to have and talk about weapons with our people and stuff like that. But, threatening anybody, knocking on anybody's window, anybody's door, anybody's house, banging on that, you're probably going to get something that looks like an armed response from a person. That's just a natural human function. You're not going to run outside your house and give somebody a hug who's like banging on the door, say, come here, come here, come here. Like, let me come outside, come outside. There were women who were like trying to act like they wanted to show their breasts, whatever, to try to bait one of us to come outside. And we were just like, what is all this? We found out it was a protest, and a couple of us went over there to hang out and show support. And that's what we did. Also want to kind of put something out there to you, leaders of BLM in Albuquerque. You know my face. You know who I am. You know what I'm doing. Why don't you just come to me with a conversation? No one in the sheriff's department is going to do this, okay? No one in law enforcement is going to do this. They want you to comply so they get to the next day, get to the next day, get to the next day, pushing you back, pushing you back, pushing you back, and letting somebody else come along to push you back so you don't get your rights or you don't get your voice heard. As a sheriff's candidate, let me come forward, meet you one-on-one, your people, my people, however you feel safe about it. I don't know the leader of the local BLM, but here's what I do want to do. I do want to prevent any more further altercations, and I do want to prevent. Most importantly, I want to prevent us continuing to bastardize each other for exercising their rights. I don't want to do that because I want you all to have your protests, your peaceful protests. I support it. Trust me. I support it. I am a constitutionalist. I support it. Being that I am a constitutionalist and I support your free speech, I support your right to bear arms, support your right to not be searched. I support all your rights, man. All the way, and that's I'll defend that with you. You know, only reason why this New Mexico Silver Guard did not align its forces with the BLM chapter here in Albuquerque is because, well, whether it was you all or somebody who co-opted your group, you guys have people, violent agitators who have destroyed businesses and have destroyed, caused harm. Okay, and so with that being said, it becomes a, and then you guys have been known to have ties with Antifa. The president considers Antifa a terrorist group. Be that what you believe, whatever you want to believe, it's how people perceive you. Okay, they see people on the right, when they see people with black hoodies and black masks and they're rolling up and they're banging on your window and they're acting like, hey, let's get something going, and they want to bring you to your knees because of some past thing. What part of justice is that going to work? What part of justice is that? Okay, so you get a revenge on somebody for something they did in the past. Okay, good. Okay, but what about your judicial system? And what about their family? You think there's not going to be any reaction? It's a constant cycle. It's like Israel and Palestine. You do something over here, you do something over there. It's like North and South Sudan. You do something over there, they do something over there. It's like the Civil War. They do something, you do something. Tit for tat, tit for tat, tit for tat. You can tit for tat all day. And it just becomes a war of words. It becomes a war, a conflict amongst people who have different beliefs. And it becomes this thing in which, why in the hell are we going to just keep doing this as opposed to just sitting there talking to each other? Let's not have speculative conversation. Let's sit here and just have a real conversation, because you'd be surprised how many people on the right actually don't like what's going on with the police. And I'm going to say this too, and I'm a Republican, and I'm going to say this. And law enforcement people, you may not like me. They need to defund you. Yeah, they do need to defund you. They do need to take your cars. They do need to take your badges. They do need to take your guns. Because you know what? Silence is violence. Even if none of you officers have conducted yourselves violently in the society, you may have seen it, or even if you have seen it and your silence to it has not been serving the people. You need to be integrated into the sheriff's department, and people need to vote you into your position like they're voting me into my position. I didn't, and I call 911 and there's some stranger showing up. How many times do you want to call 911 and some stranger shows up, or do you want a friendly face showing up or a familiar face showing up? A face that you voted. Or even if you didn't vote, he was crowd voted so that people know that, okay, well, this guy's okay by the majority of the people in the town that he is or she is enforcing. There's nothing wrong with that. Officers, all of you officers of the law here in this state, I can't speak to other states, but in this state, you have a big, dark wall around the people that you enforce. They don't know what you're up to, and you're known for corruption. You're known for corruption, okay? You are known for doing harm to people of all colors, okay? And then the media spins the one that looks more racially intense. And then we continue to fight each other in the street. Because the FBI statistics, and you can look at news statistics, they don't show when a white cop kills a white dude. Why is that? If a cop's committing murder, cops committing murder. They want to inflame more of the differences, so that way we can crumble this thing to the ground, and then somebody else can come in and do something new that we don't like. And I'll say this too, because if those who study communist doctrines, they use the so-called lower class or so-called lower class people to do the dirty work and then to get rid of them. You've seen it in every country that has become a superpower, including this one. And I ask you, what do you want for the future? How do you want to see it? Because I don't think we should have corrupt police or police allowed to be investigators amongst themselves. I don't think that's stupid. And I said that in another video. And I say this because last night could have ended in bloodshed, and it didn't. People from the BLM side got hyped up. There was announcements about people in the Silver Guard being over the certain business. I did hear about that because we had people over there who were going to show support, and they were like, well, damn, what's up? And then they went back over there. You know, past stuff is past stuff. I research all the past things that have going on. Yeah, there's racist stuff that's going on, or perceivably racist things that's going on. But I'm going to tell you what's really prejudice. What's really prejudice is if you yourself cause so much chaos in the street that there's new laws to be put into place, or there's other factions of enforcement that are be put into place. Why do you don't want? It's like I saw a live feed of one of the leaders of the local BLM, and they were going to the police to complain about someone pointing a gun at them. I would happen to be inside the store during that time, and I saw things being pointed at people from inside where I was. I was ducking where I was ducking. I didn't want to get shot. I didn't see all of what happened because I'm ducking. If you saw something, I'll be happy to straighten out my people for their etiquette. I'll be happy to do that. And so that way we don't have a repeat of this. And I apologize if you all felt offended by that. I deeply apologize that my people, if you experienced something unprofessional from them, I apologize. But where's my apology? Where's my apology for attacking my allies' business? You know, where's my apology? So we have different beliefs, so I can't get an apology. Over different colors, I can't get an apology. BLM. If life like that matters to you, if black life like that matters to you, then why are you risking your life to be an agitator? I don't understand. If you care so much about what's going on in this country with people of color, then why are you risking your life, and why are you doing things that are not proactive towards black business, black ownership, black rights? And this is why I settled on being a constitutionalist, because I don't care how angry you get, and you can say anything you want to. You can call me out my name as loud as you want, bastardize me all you want. I plan on being very radical. And I mean very radical, going so far as to, if I have to deputize people within my own New Mexico Silver Guard, I will. If I have to deputize any of you all who are cleared, who are not of a aggressive nature, I will. Because the way I see it, the more people I deputize in their community, the more they can serve their community. So I agree with you all. Defund them. Especially these police who are not trying to do the correct work. They need defunding. And a lot of my friends who are cops won't like to hear me say that, because they've been, a white hat. And I mean white hat, not color, guys. I'm talking about their intention. White, gray, black. There are 3 levels of intentions that are classified by hats. Gray is in between. Black hat is like somebody who wants to do shadowy stuff just to catch you up on the So you don't think I'm just talking about colors of people. But they need to be sheriffs. They need to be voted in. So there's some good people out there doing some good work, and there is an incentive for being quiet to keep your camaraderie amongst the law enforcement community. Those days are over, man. Those days are over. It is that right there that has caused the problems in our society. That right there. That, oh, we got it. Oh, we're not going to talk about what happened. Or we're going to just bend the story this way. No, if you're not trained up enough, if you're not doing the job, everybody, everybody who you are responsible for should see your actions, and they should vote you out. Vote you out. You know, that's my take on it. One thing I will disagree upon is that I will not agree upon communist ideas, Marxist ideas. I won't agree upon them. Not all of them. Some of them. Universal health care, still somebody pays for that. Nothing's for free. Nothing's just handed to you. And I just want to make that very clear. Anybody who's willing to have a debate with me on camera, off camera, you know how to contact me. You know how to, how that little Facebook thing, when you see my name on it and you go to Messenger, you can just hit the little call button and leave a message, leave a video message, leave a vocal message. And then when you do those, I'll be happy to respond to it. I talked to a young man last night named Ethan who just don't understand. Like, some people just don't understand why people are standing against BLM. And I'm sorry, but some of the people in your organization mean harm to other folks who don't believe what you believe. How are we supposed to respond to that? Are we supposed to allow it because the mayor says it's okay? Or the governor says it's okay? No, it's not okay. No. If I was gonna come in your house, you'd shoot me. You would. If I put a black mask on and cover up and knocked on the door all hard and I'm a bust in, you'd shoot me. Okay? So let's not get it twisted. I will not, nor will I never, ever speak against your constitutional rights, even if I agree with what you're saying or not, even if I like you as a person or not. I'm never, ever going to speak against that. Never. Never. I don't like what everybody says sometimes, and it hurts my feelings, but that's your right to say it. You want to say, harmful stuff, harmful things, and then I get to say something back to you just as harmful. And that goes for both sides. I experienced some stuff. I say this because I'm not here to hold my tongue. Okay. Sorry for making this an 18-minute long video. Jesus, am I that interesting? Hopefully, thank you if you watched it. But there's some serious stuff going on, guys, and I really want to nip this in the bud. I want to make this happen. I want to make this a reality, our peace. We have the Constitution. We have the framework. You can live how you want to live in your own neighborhood. And that's how you make a neighborhood work for you. Not by force, not by destruction, not by spoon feeding somebody your beliefs. Because I don't care if you believe in what I believe in. I'm not interested in that. I'm not interested in everybody being little soldiers that follow each other along. I'm not interested in that. No. I'm interested in Second Amenders, First Amenders, who are proactive in their rights, in all their constitutional rights. All their constitutional rights. I suggest everybody read this. Read this. Okay? Both sides, read this. Yes, I'm a Republican. I'm saying both sides read this because in the future, we're going to need some kind of resolve. Is it perfect? Nothing's perfect. But you know what? It's damn near, and it damn near puts it all out there for everything any human being walking this earth wants to exist. It protects them from tyrannical governments. I will not work for a tyrannical government. I won't. And if I'm in government, I'm not going to express any form of tyranny. I won't do it. I won't do it. Your freedom, your rights is my only intention. And I say thank you for watching. And again, anybody want to have an open debate with me, open discussion? Because I got just about as many questions as you have. And I'm talking about a civil discussion, not this talk over each other stuff, okay? Talking about fact for fact. We go fact for facts. We go truth for truths, okay? Explanation for explanation, no interruption. You pick your best leader, and I'll be the only leader that I can think of that will come up and talk to you one-on-one, as opposed to condemning your actions and condemning your feelings, because you've been co-opted, and a lot of you have used the moniker of BLM as a means of destruction. We don't need that, okay? We don't need that. The rest of the people who want to just live and have a normal life, we don't need that. I don't care if the governor has set the tone for you to have empty businesses so you can destroy them. I don't care about that. I don't care about that either. But I do care is the fact that you're messing with people's livelihoods. And if they ask me to protect them, I'm going to protect them. That's just the nature of protection. You know, it's not your right to take everybody's belongings. Maybe you were raised to have outbursts, so that way your outburst is heard. That way your outburst is the most important thing, because you're the loudest and because you had the biggest outburst, that means you're correct. No, it doesn't. It doesn't mean you're correct. If you have facts that can prove, without a shadow of a doubt, that your actions are correct, that you're okay with destroying things, and I am not, so then we will bump heads eventually again. But if we get together and we talk and have an explanation, have a clarity, then there's something further to go into. There's a new, new form that we can all expand ourselves into. You know, you can say, oh, those white men, these slave owners made this. Hey, you know, slave owners started everything. Everybody in this country is a slave owner right now. Oh, that sounds crazy. Guess what? You know why everybody in this country is a slave owner? Yeah, we are. We all are right now. Yeah, that sounds crazy still. You know, the explanation of that is your phone. Your phone is your, is your master. I should have said the other way around. Everybody is a slave to their phone right now. And you know, you serve this phone. You know, now you're the slave. Now everybody's a slave. Because somebody took these laws and then state laws curtailed some of them, so that way people couldn't necessarily engage in them. You know what I'm saying? And that's the reality of that. You know, people have taken what this is and have twisted it and have and turned it into a blind eye. And you people in the BLM organization understand this is everything that you need. Any other form of government, any other form of control has led to massive genocide. And if you read history, you can prove it. The United States has done their dirt too. I'm not going to sit here and say the United States is clean. The United States has done their dirt too. They're sure has done their dirt. Tons of it. Tons of it. But we're here now. Look at us now. Look at how many kids have been spoiled by their baby boomer parents to act out and say anything they want and do anything they want without any consequence, because they're loud, because their feelings are into it. It's correct. No, truth is correct. Facts are correct. Proven facts are even stone-worthy correct. So again, open for debate, open for discussion, open for questions. Anybody can reach me. Anybody can talk to me. Excuse me, it's early, and I haven't had my coffee, and this has been a 24-minute long video. This deals with us. This is the most important time in history to be alive at this moment, because what we do determines the next 4 years, of course, and when we determine what happens here right now will just either lead us to a full-on civil war or end it. My family already fought in one civil war, and we're fighting the second one. We're trying to prevent it from being a shots fired situation. But I will say this second civil war, it cannot be ended or won with bullets and guns. It's the only way you can win, by talking it out. Thanks for watching this long ass video of me explaining myself what happened last night. And stay tuned. Peace is ours. Peace is yours. Peace.